Bitcoin is back at $40,000 once again, so that is nice to see. So in this video, we're just going to take a look at the charts technically and see whether or not this could just be a relief rally that's going to be followed by a lower low, or whether this is the start of the run back to the previous all-time highs. What's up guys, Dirk here from intelligentcryptocurrency.com. If you are new to the channel, click the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, because then you can get updates whenever I upload a new video. If you want me to send you an email every time I upload a new video, second link in the description below, sign up for my email list and you will get notified via email that way. Now before we dive into today's content, just a quick thank you to Prime XBT, who is the sponsor of this channel for the next month. So Prime XBT call themselves a next generation trading platform that allow you to trade global financial markets using Bitcoin, USDT, USDC and more. And it's actually even possible to trade cryptocurrencies, stock indices, commodities and forex from a single account. Just FYI, they were established in 2018. They currently serve clients from more than 150 countries, and they provide top tier liquidity and a wide range of trading tools while maintaining security, liquidity, and enabling a safe trading environment. So if you want to check them out, you can create a free account with them today. The first link in the description below. If you use the voucher code DIGGY50, which is also next to the description link, then you will be able to get a 50% deposit bonus. The terms and conditions are all outlined there. So if you want to check that out, first link in the description below. So here is the Bitcoin US dollar chart. As you can see, we're back at $40,000, just over $40,000. And there's a couple important things to understand here. First of all, a lot of people were calling for 20K towards the bottom when we're at 30K. It's always like that. A lot of people start to call for more downside towards the lows and more upside towards the highs. So we had this kind of bottoming formation that looks very strong here on this support over here around the $30,000. You can see we touched it 3 times on a daily spike, and we actually haven't even closed that low. You can see we didn't really close below $33,000. So those were 3 spikes, and we have had a nice pretty much month's worth of consolidation around these levels. Now there is absolutely nothing clear yet. We are not out of the woods just yet. Okay, so even though we're at $40,000, what can happen a lot is after a sell-off like this, we get a relief bounce, a short squeeze, because there's a lot of people, like I said, that were aiming for lower, right? They were aiming for maybe in the 20,000, maybe even as low as 20,000. They take short positions, and then of course we get this relief bounce that can even go up to, you know, maybe 45, 47, maybe 49,000, and that would absolutely liquidate a whole lot of short positions, and then the game starts all over again. But just because we're at $40,000 now does not mean the consolidation or the correction is done just yet. So a few technical factors to look at. First of all, the death cross that I made a video about recently. I will link to it up here and in the description below. Death cross is when the 50 moving average here in blue crosses down through the 200. So at this point, it's pretty likely that we are going to get the death cross, unless we get some sort of crazy rally right now and we just go straight up to 50,000 and continue going higher, then we might not get it. But it's pretty likely that we're going to get it. I said in my last video about the death cross that even if we get it, it doesn't mean the bull run is over. It could be a fake out and we could just have more sideways consolidation followed by a golden cross to reverse it, and then we can just continue going higher. So death cross is not the end of the world, but you can see we are still under the 200 moving average. We're under the 50 moving average at this point in time. And there's roughly 42,000, maybe 42 to 43,000. Previous high over here, so it was resistance there. It turned into support on this pullback over here, and then it was resistance over here. So 42,000, 42 to 43 is an important level. It's the horizontal resistance. We have the 50 and the 200 moving average, which are now acting as resistance too. So until we get above there, we are still at risk of more downside or more sideways action. What would be nice if we could break above this resistance level and turn it into support. So we break above it, retest it, and then continue going higher. And I can see us going to maybe 47 to 50,000, which is roughly this area. You can see there's a lot of activity around here. It acted as support here, it tried to be support, and then it broke down, right? So this 47 to 50,000 area is still an important area. If we break through this 42 to 43, I think that would be the next stop. And then there is still an important level over here, which is roughly around the 55,000. So even if we go all the way up to 55,000, if we don't get above that 55,000, there is still risk of further sell-off, further downside. So those are basically key levels that I'm watching. Like I've said in previous videos, I don't expect any sort of massively quick recovery from the sell-off. Personally, I'm expecting it to just trade sideways. You know, and that could be a pretty wide range. It can go up to 48, drop back to 42, etc. for a few months. And personally, I'm only looking for the start of a new rally somewhere in October, in Q4. So October, November, December, January. That is what I'm looking for the crypto markets to still have a really, really good upside move. And hopefully we get that double top scenario where we end up going a lot higher in those last 4 months that I just mentioned. We get a blow off top. We see Bitcoin go above $100,000. We see altcoins go nuts. And if that happens, that, in my opinion, will be a really good time to actually get out of the markets, take profits, remove initial, maybe get out of the markets completely or for the large part. So I expect, you know, June, July, August, maybe even September to basically be sideways trading months. It is, of course, possible that we get some sort of crazy pump and we go straight back to the highs, but I think it's more likely that for those few months we trade sideways and maybe we go 48 and drop back to 42. It depends a little bit. If we can't get above 42, then, you know, maybe we could retest 30k. And I do want to mention this. I don't think it's very likely, but I think it is not impossible that we do get some sort of crazy black swan event again, like we had in March 2020 with a crazy sell-off where we have this crazy capitulation, maybe into the 20,000s, maybe even as low as the 20,000 level, which was the previous 2017 all-time high. Okay, I don't think personally that it is very likely. It might not happen. This 30,000 level might actually be the bottom, but just in case there is some sort of crazy sell-off, because as you know, the world's pretty crazy right now. There's a lot of stuff happening. I mean, stimulus and money printing and all that kind of stuff is at all-time highs. There's crazy stuff happening in the world. So some sort of black swan style event sell-off in the stock markets could lead and spill over to a sell-off in the crypto markets. But I think if that happens, it would be an incredible buying opportunity, just like March 2020 was. If it happens, I think it would end up recovering and we would end up going a lot higher after that. So not to scare you or anything, I personally don't put a lot of chance on this. Don't think it's super likely, but you can't say it's impossible. But if it does happen, it would be wise to be prepared to have some extra fiat to buy that dip, because I think if that happens, that is going to be an incredible, incredible opportunity for some amazing, amazing returns in the 6 to 12 months that would follow that. But again, it's absolutely not guaranteed that's going to happen. The lows might already be in at this 30 to 33,000 level. And, you know, we might have a few months of sideways action, chop, grinding higher. And then hopefully in Q4, a massive, massive pump. And maybe a cycle top somewhere in December, January, maybe even February of 2022. But somewhere along those lines, hopefully that's going to play out that way. And of course, that would be very, very good for us. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. What do you think? How are the next, 3 to 6 months going to play out? What do you think? Do you think the low is in at 30K? Do you think we're going to revisit 20K? What are your thoughts? Leave a comment below. I do read all of them personally, and make sure that you get on my email list if you haven't done so already. Second link in the description below. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.